Okay, we're going to talk about the mark of the beast.
Dun, dun, dun.
So there was an article here that spewed us off into this side tangent, but I didn't want to learn all about it off air. I want to learn about it on air. So what's the title of this article?
The title of this article is "The Road to Disastrous Biometric Data Collection is Paved with Good Intentions" by TechCrunch.com.
Okay, so I'm going to sum this up. Biometric data increases, big events, concerts, stuff like that, palm printing, what have you. They're just warning that when that gets collected, how's it going to be used? Even if it's a startup, don't be fooled. They may get bought out by Google or Amazon. Sounds like propaganda. Here's the cool part, though. This transitioned over into something I heard from you that I have never heard before. So, can we get into this mark of the beast thing here?
Yeah, so this is funny. So everybody has interpretations of this because we know in the Bible, the mark of the beast, Revelations 13, let me get to the verse here.
13, 16 through 18.
Yeah, it also forced all people, great and small, rich and poor, free and slave, to receive a mark on their right hands or on their foreheads.
Okay, so this mark of the beast.
Right.
Regardless of who you are, where you're from, doesn't matter how wealthy, there's a time where you will be identified by this mark.
And you can't, the verse goes on that you can't sell, trade, buy without this.
You cannot essentially be a part of society without this mark.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I didn't know this. This is great, though. Every barcode that we currently use for our products, I don't know. Is this legit? Hold on. Let me just look up a random barcode.
Yeah, it's the number of the beast is what they call it. So in the Greek, it's Koine Greek.
Yeah.
It's basically when we look, I mean, because this is the English translation of the Bible, but it originally goes to the Greek. 6 represents the X with the space represents 600, represents 60, and represents 6.
Okay.
So you go 666.
Got it. Now, they said that we're going to have this transition. So the article talked about biometric scanning, all that other stuff, and like the worry and fear of it.
Yes.
Apparently, this area in the Bible, this guy's given this prophecy, this apostle John, on this apocalyptic island of an apocalyptic society where the future is not going to be good. And yeah, no one can buy or sell without the mark. And here's what's really interesting. This is, I don't know. They said, here are the phases to get to the chip. Like wherever these Bible studying people are. Phase 1, price stickers on products.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and start sticking prices on stuff. Phase 2, the barcode. Now we're tracking products.
Mm-hmm.
Phase 3, replace cash with cards. Well, we've done that.
Yes.
You know? Wait a minute. Phase 4, RFID. We do that. Now it's tap to pay. Now the final phase, the implantable RFID chip, which is the thing that Elon Musk is talking about. So and there was that lady, if you've seen her on social media, she'll open up the door. Her husband invented the transdermal or subdermal RFID chip.
Right.
To open up doors and essentially control the whole house. She has it in her hand, and I'm sure you could get it implanted in your head like Elon's talking about.
Well, I mean, in the Bible, it goes extreme. Revelations 24 says that those that refuse the mark will be executed.
I'm going to refuse it.
Yeah, so, I mean, that's where it goes down the scary road.
Who does the execution? Do we know?
Well, he talks about there's different, how he says it is there's like a false prophet that comes on the scene. And then through that false prophet, there's like these false governments, and they're deceiving great amounts of people. Like he said, they look like a lamb, but then they have the mouth of a dragon. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, a mouth of a dragon, back in those days, you got to think, what was this, 95 AD? So stories of dragons. What are stories that cause a mass? Yeah. Fire comes out, causes mass destruction on a city. Yep. I mean, we watch Game of Thrones, so we know what dragons do.
Yeah, we know what the dragons do.
They can, in those time frames, they can devastate. So whenever you look at mass amounts of devastation, it also gets into, and we don't want to get into this too heavy, but it gets into the food supply, and then not having enough food, so many people, what begins to happen in the food. He talks about what begins to happen in the food supply, how there's shortages, and then that creates, and water issues, contamination water. So this creates all these catalysts for this to happen.
Right. There's all these negative events that are
Yes.
occurring where someone steps in and says, we need to put control mechanisms in place. It's that mark of the beast. So just to go back to the article here, it's just funny we
just thought we'd throw something in there for fun for you guys.
Yeah, it's just an interesting
Some
bridge.
of you guys, some people that are listening all over the world are Christians, and so they would believe in this. That's awesome. If you don't, that's awesome. Like I said, we're not, what do you call that at Turtle? I feel like we're all about biometric data and collecting your data. We want as much from you as possible. We're nefarious.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I can't wait till someone takes that soundbite. Listen to what that asshole said.
We want, here we go. The UK recently implemented facial scanning for lunch payment in schools.
Okay, kids, stand here. Yeah.
Let's get you used to
What happened to
this.
little Jimmy's face? It just melted it off.
Yeah, it's warped.
Sorry, it's the prototype scanner.
Yeah, several schools ended up suspending the program after data privacy experts and parents pushed back.
Obviously, who even allowed that thing to get instituted?
Well, it's fine if it was a closed database, but where's that data going?
Yeah, no one knows.
And then are we tracking, okay, we know Johnny was here today for sure in attendance because we got his face. He was standing here at lunch getting a face. So, yeah, it's convenient for him to go just walk there, grab the little tray and leave.
Yeah.
That's way convenient. You don't have to have the lunch lady.
No.
Remember the lunch lady?
Yeah, and it's just slopping it on.
Yeah, you don't have to have her. You can just have it there. But where's the data going? It's going somewhere. It's hooked to the internet, so it's going to the cloud.
So the whole point in here is that you don't know where it goes after the fact. And this TechCrunch article writer, propaganda spewer, is just trying to say you can't trust anybody. They're all nefarious. They're all horrible.
I mean, if you did facial recognition in a palm, and they were talking about that like Live Nation and Coachella and all that, that identifies you specifically, you. So there is a security measure with that. Like, hey, this person's the legit person that has the ticket. They scan. We're only going to let these people in. And you could do it really quickly. Iris of the eye, the facial recognition, the hand, palm. You could get high security really fast.
So Kirtland Air Force Base over here in New Mexico in the late 80s, early 90s, maybe. I think early 90s, very early. To get into certain parts of the base for the Department of Energy and stuff like that, they had palm scanners. They're really rudimentary looking and everything, but they had legitimate, like, this thing.
That's cool.
Dude, early 90s, they're biometrically scanning. The Department of Energy is. I mean, we know that's a closed system. Yes. No one knows what the hell is going on in there. But the interesting part is that it's becoming a commercial item. And so with that, when things become commercialized, does it still have the same safety and security that otherwise someone who's guarding national secrets, right? Or, secret technology, whatever the hell it might be.
I would like, in this article, it mentions Sean Moore. He's the CEO of facial recognition supplier TrueFace.
Mm-hmm.
I'd love to have him on the podcast. That would be interesting.
I've actually used TrueFace.
But he's with COVID and everything that's going on with the pandemic, he said he had overwhelming conversations with sports executives. Because you got to think about this too. Any type of these live events, if you could walk into a stadium, get a face. So the facial recognition would replace the ticket, is what they're saying.
That's correct.
Like the people said in Revelation. Or
yes. Oh my God. It's happening.
Oh, that's funny.
No, the interesting part though is like, where's the line get drawn? The things they scan. The machine doesn't just say, "Oh, I'm going to scan this person's face and forget about it." It scans everybody's face, regardless if you accepted to it or not. So when you walk around all day long, how do you consent to the fact of getting your face scanned?
Well, here's a very important. We talk philosophy a lot, and this is a very important paragraph that gets skipped over, I think, in this article. He says, yes, the coronavirus is a real threat because he's talking about more companies and governments wanting to use biometric data on us and data collection under the guise of public safety or convenience. But listen to this. This is great. Yes, the coronavirus is a real threat, but it's not an enemy. It's not an embodied, nor does it have a motive. It's a virus. It's outside human control. Mm-hmm. And you cannot justify human control with something that's outside of human control, he's saying. And this is kind of where I wanted to finish off the episode.
That's a really interesting thought. Can you extrapolate that?
So, and this is what he says. There's this dichotomy between public safety and free societies. And we talked about this before. Is passive tech, from whether you look at eye scanning devices, breathalyzers. Mm-hmm. That's a big one, you know.
They're going to put in cars.
Yeah, BAC levels through the skin, infrared sensors. You know, these all seem like, I mean, you look at the U.S. National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, they said that drunken driver kills nearly 10,000 people per year, and similar numbers in the EU. But the question is, and this is what he said, he goes, yeah, that's all well and good. And these are the questions he has in the article, which is a great article. He says, but where is all the data going? Where is it being stored? Mm-hmm. Who is it being sold to?
Correct.
And what do they plan to do with it?
Okay, so that's the difference with Tartle. You know where it's stored, you know who's in control, you know when it's sold, and you know what it's being used for. Oh, that's really cool. Solved. And honestly, I get it with the breathalyzer thing in the car. I mean, malnutrition kills more people every single year. Regular accidents, car accidents, are killing more people, not just drunk driving.
Yeah,
but think about it though. You can use these little side steps to get in, and then find ways. Just like it's just other control mechanisms. Has everybody agreed? Was there a mass vote that the National Highway put on you asked the dealerships? But the thing is, dealerships don't exist unless people buy the cars, right? Mm-hmm. So you should be asking the people, hey, does everyone want to agree, or the majority of us, to putting breathalyzers in the car? Yes or no? Okay, great. Glad you did it. Oh, by the way, your insurance will give you a better rate if you agree to have it in the car. Let people decide for themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just what it boils down to.
Yeah, and this is exactly what he says. A safe society need not be a heavily surveilled society.
That's correct.
We built increasingly safe and healthy societies for centuries without the use of a single video camera. Mm-hmm. And beyond safety, heavy surveillance that is this detailed and individualized is the death knell of a society that values civil liberties.
Yeah, at that point, it all goes out the door. The movie V for Vendetta, just a great way to look at it. They got trucks driving around. They got cameras. They have radar dishes that are listening through, intercepting everyone's frequencies. You got these Gestapoists, like fingermen, they call them. Everything's completely monitored. You're essentially curfewed. Everything you do online, all of your television, everything. Doesn't matter what it is. There's no more civil liberty left.
But whenever you look at like a stadium, right? And it's let's say it's even the ticket system. So you download Ticketmaster. I'm just using them as an example. You have your ticket on your phone. Yeah. That app, that Ticketmaster app, to get into this live event that you had to download. What is that app collecting? What is Ticketmaster collecting?
Yeah, look, what log from their phone are they taking? And
what data are they selling?
Yeah, you have no idea. No one wants. I don't understand why none of these people just want to be upfront about it. They're so fearful of telling people the truth all the time, constantly.
How do you make money? Well, ticket sales aren't that lucrative. We make very, very small percentages. How we make money is we sell your data to but we're making sure that we're taking these steps when we sell it. Okay, next.
Tell us what you're doing.
Or hey, Ticketmaster, we do sell your data, but we sell it through a system called Tartle.co.
Yeah.
That protects your privacy.
Correct.
That makes sure you have civil liberties. I mean, that's how simple it can be.
Just it's a solution for you. I feel like I'm going to eat this microphone. Like, I don't understand why everyone just tries to dodge it for so long. Is it strictly economics? Is it fear?
Well, I don't know. When the government, whatever government it is, and when the government's in bed with the for-profit, and so then they say, let's take these unnecessary security measures, and we're just using it in the guise of collecting more and more data on an individual, and then we're not looking at it for their safety. We're looking at it getting more data to make more profit off the person for free.
And that profit is either money or control.
That's what I think it is. I don't think it's nefarious. I think they just want to make more money.
That's all it is. That's all it is. They just want more power.
So, Mr. John in Revelation on an island, some people believe, this is crazy, some people believe that he was on psychedelics when he wrote it. And if you read it, you can kind of...
There's also a lot of stuff, too. They talked about, like, Moses on psychedelics also. Mm-hmm. Like, in the desert, they were talking about they would eat the manna off the ground. Mm-hmm. Well, there was actually these mushroom caps that would grow in the desert. Like, the dew was just enough at night. I don't know. I forget how the chemistry of it works. But, yeah, he was all like, hopped up on shroomies before he was going up there. Oh, I got it. You know,
You got the 10 Commandments.
yeah, you got 10 shrooms.
But yeah, for our Jewish friends that are out there, we're not saying that all Judaism was based off of mushrooms.
No.
We're just throwing out ideas.
No, we're tossing an idea out there. I mean, Zoroastrianism,
stuff,
they're like life is based off of fire.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Or
it's
you
an
can
old
have the Lord
religion.
of Light or whatever that
Yeah.
was in Game of Thrones where the
Yeah,
lady has to sacrifice. How many unnecessary human sacrifices have we had due to gods
Well,
in the world total? I wonder. The Mayans did it all the time, right? I mean, it was like
but
a huge thing.
probably not as much as the
Throwing people in volcanoes.
probably not as much as the Catholic Church. I'm serious. Think about the Crusades.
Oh yeah.
You're
That's a
sacrificing yourself to go fight for the church.
Yeah.
Children's crusades.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty ruthless.
If you think about the bloodshed, you know, it's pretty crazy. So there's your mark of the beast. Next time we send them out on the crusade, chip them first.
RFID them.
Yeah, we got to keep our counts up.
Well, this is a funny part too. When I
Here we
typed
go.
in Mark of the Beast,
Yeah.
people are saying it's the mask and the vaccine
Oh,
because you could put it to anything. The technology we're gonna have from 10 years from now, we can't. Some of it we won't even imagine.
I can't even imagine it.
So who knows?
Yeah, I just hope that I get like one day I can wear like just this full bodysuit. That's the only thing I have to wear.
Yeah.
It doesn't get dirty. It's constantly cleaning my body. It recirculates all my sweat. That'd be nice.
Yeah, and I think when we look at all of this, it's a really quick solve. It's very, very easy.
It's simple.
It's just adopt Turtle.co.
It's so easy.
It solves your data problems.
Yeah, for the government, for people,
Everyone.
for business. Why don't we just de-risk the world by using data?
It's that
Turtle?
simple.
That's it.
Yeah.
Just de-risk it all. Let's de-risk our future with climate change. Let's de-risk educational access. Let's de-risk economic equalization. Let's do it. Let's
We're just
de-risk
here to
public
make
health.
the globe better again.
make Earth better.
We're gonna have green hats,
Meba.
not red hats.
Yeah, make Earth better again. Meba. It's the Omoeba.
Yeah, we're voting on decentralizing everything, and we're voting on humans
Yeah, we're
doing the right
We're putting
thing
our bet on human beings.
with technology and knowledge and education.
Should we close this up?
We're out.
All right, bye.